The Teep Disney. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe video. We also have Instagram and Twitter. You can find us at TPM Videos. Walt Disney World has dozens of rides and attractions, hidden details and secrets. A lot you may have never noticed, like what the secret connection is between the Splash Mountain Gopher really say. Well, sit back as we count down the top 10 hidden secrets on Disney. Number 10. Tomorrowland Space Mountain was the very first Space Mountain built in any of the Disney themes welcomed into Starport 75, your gateway to the galaxies. Well, the 75 actually represents the year Space Mountain opened. It can be found hidden on the message board to the right. Near the top, you'll see a header that reads Active Earth Stations. Mountain 1 is obviously here at Disneyland 7, obviously Disneyland Paris, and that opened in 1995. Next is Ashita-based Tokyo for Tokyo Disneyland, which opened in 1983, then HK Spaceport E5. Number 9. Is no stranger to skeletons, especially here in Dead Men's Cove. Well, what if I told you there's a hidden skull somewhere around the scene? Well, you see those pile of rocks? When they're viewed from the right, they make up a skull. What's known as a perspective sculpture, the individual rocks create this really cool optical illusion. This is one hidden detail that seems it's really hard to unsee this one. Now, Disney's known for but I think this one is the only on that because to look at another jail scene, you'll encounter Captain Jack Sparrow's ties to the Haunted Mansion. Well, not that Haunted Mansion. I always forget this film is a thing. It seems like a lot of people. Then Master Gracie seats them at the dining room table. Well, the chair that Captain Jack Sparrow sits on at the end of the rock scene. It made its debut on Pirates of the Caribbean when Sparrow. They just repainted and slightly modified the upper portion of the chair. Mainly this part right here where they removed the lion and added the crest. But they still kept the lion on the armrest. Disneyland's version of the ride also features another one of the Haunted Mansion dining room chairs. It's a fun little hidden secret of some of the 999 happy haunts. Number 7. As you're flying off into Neverland on Peter Pan's flight, the ride recreates many memorable scenes from the 1953 film, including Mermaid Lagoon. Now, if you look, Ariel from The Little Mermaid can be seen right in Mermaid Lagoon along with other mermaids from Peter Pan. When The Little Mermaid was released in 1989, people began to speculate that one of the mermaids looked a lot like Ariel. At the scene from the movie, it appears to be this mermaid right here. It's also believed that she's Ariel's mother. Well, when Peter Pan's flight went through a refurb in the 1990s, Imagineering painted her shells purple. The legend is true, and Ariel has been hiding right in Peter Pan's flight all along. Number 6. Progress, where you can find many animatronic animals like the family dog Rover. Now, what if I told you the family had even more animals and there's a cat hidden in one of the turn secret? And before I show you where the cats are, off the top of your head, can you picture any of them in the show? Well, here in Act 1, it's a pretty obvious one to spot. So that's cool. I found watching James look through that stereoscope.
You put the
more difficult to spot. It's on the left-hand side turntable in the scene with James and Grandpa. It can be found on the floor right here. Now, Act 3 is where it becomes really tricky. You'll probably be looking for an animatronic. See it? It's right here on the shelf. Actually, it looks like there's two. Then in Act 4, this one is really easy to see. You're on Carousel of Progress. Keep an eye out for all the hidden cats. Boat isn't as popular as other Magic Kingdom rides. On the Liberty Bell, and I'll show you one of my favorite hidden secrets. We're gonna head up to the second room. It has these comfy benches within 1800s. Well, one of the items you'll see on the wall is the Swiss Family Robinson that inspired the Swiss Family Robinson novel, and the English translation was first released in America. There are a lot of film and television, including Disney's adaptation of the story. Number 4. Splash Mountain lets us follow the adventures of animatronics bring this story to life through a variety of different show scenes when you're animatronics along the right-hand side. But be sure to look up to catch, but the hidden secret is what he says. Take a listen. High-pitched sneeze, but this gopher is actually saying FSU, the acronym for Florida State University. FSU, and this was a way to pay tribute to Lift Hill. You can find one of my favorite. The rocks right here form the silhouette of a side profile of Mickey Mouse. How cute is that? Now have you... Number 3. So it's called Mickey's PhilharMagic, but we all know the real star Anselmo has been doing the voice of Donald Duck. He preceded Disney legend Clarence Nash, who was the original voice of Donald. Scribner was developing the attraction. He wanted to pay tribute to Clarence Nash. So, a majority of Donald's dialogue in the film was actually taken directly from the archival voice recordings of Donald dialogue of 5 new lines. So in Mickey's PhilharMagic, Donald is voiced by both voice actors. See if you can tell next time which lines were recorded by who. Recorded by Tony Anselmo. But him saying who did that definitely came from the archives. He also used an archival line for Lumiere. Originally, Be Our Guest in the animated feature film Beauty and the Beast was supposed to be sung to Maurice, Belle's father. It was later... So, at the end of the song in PhilharMagic, they used the original lyric, but for now, Sir Eat. It's a fun little bit of Disney film history hidden right in Mickey's PhilharMagic. Frontierland's Big Thunder Mountain is a classic. After you've conquered the wildest fields for a little hidden secret at the ride's exit. Now we've all heard of a hidden Tinkerbell? Well, as you exit the ride, like ordinary rocks with nothing to hide. Well, if you look, when we switch to this angle directly in front, you can see it looks like a silhouette of a side. This is in fact Tinkerbell. But you have to remember that in the early days of the Walt Disney Company, not more. This could just be a coincidence that the crack in the rock looks like Tink. Really, just a coincidence? I don't know. I don't think so. 1. Before we could rack up points, Tomorrowland was previously home to Delta Dream. But there is still one little hidden nod to the former attraction. Once you enter the second room, you're going to want to find these little chickens on the right-hand side. These are figures from the former attraction that were recycled into Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. It's not the best footage, but the original birds appear to have been right here. Also on the right-hand side. Notice the same mechanical movement, and they just received a new paint job. It's always of the past. So, next time you're on Buzz